AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride! You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again.
Guess who's back again?
I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
With Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
Let me find out you wearing Spanx to hide your gut.
3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We're here at Marucci's Hitter's House. Scones here with Theriot, Alondra, Moose, Cassie back in studio. We are glad to have you hanging out with us as we send you off one more hour into your weekend. Thrilled to be here at Marucci's Hitter's House. Second time here. Great spot. You were messing around with those torpedo bats in the break, which is really cool. They got the batting cages back there, and the warehouse sale goes through tomorrow. So if you're buying for the baseball or softball player on your list, you've got to get here.
Yes.
Like 40, 50% discounts on things at the warehouse sale here at Marucci's Hitter's House through tomorrow. So get here. Marucci, Victus, incredible. What's the thing that said lizard skin?
Yeah, lizard skin right there, the bat wraps.
Yeah.
They have all kind of cool like designs and stuff. You put them on the
Dude,
grip for your bat.
This place is so cool.
It is.
I wish this place existed whenever I was playing baseball. Skip Bertman's Grand Slam was great, but this is way better.
It really, I mean, listen, this is throwing no shade to Skip Bertman's Grand Slam.
It's great for what it was at the time. It was what it was.
When they had the little putt-putt thing upstairs, and you had the card shop in there.
Love the card shop. God, I love the card shop.
Your pro shop, but this is a different level.
Yeah. My brother had a birthday party. Who didn't? But
At Skip Bertman's?
yeah.
Really?
So in the upstairs, we had like the picnic benches where you could eat, and they had the putt-putt thing. Shout out to Chad Rounds. I don't know if he's listening, but Chad Rounds, someone was swinging a bat, and Chad was just standing there and wasn't paying attention. Whoever was swinging on the backswing hit Chad in the mouth. Had to have like major dental surgery.
In the mouth.
In the mouth. Metal bat in the mouth.
Dan Guillory.
At my brother's birthday party.
Shout out to Dan Guillory.
Are you trying to one-up my story?
And Patrick Coogan.
I'm sorry, you being a story one-upper?
They were hitting basketballs with baseball bats in the back. They're all 5 years older than me. I wanted to play. They said, okay. I hit the basketball with the baseball bat, and I'm a little guy, and it came back.
Yeah,
22 stitches later.
Oh, man.
Knocked me out. Yeah. At Skip Bertman's Grand. And I didn't sue. I mean, I probably should have. I probably should have sued him.
Yeah, the reverb on that bat was just going to boom right back.
Out cold. Blood everywhere.
Love that.
Bloodbath.
So good.
Not good.
And thanks for one-upping my story.
Thanks, Guillory.
Jerk.
Appreciate it.
I never took you for a story one-upper. What are you eating?
This is
shout out your guy, whoever that is that brought you this.
Jeremiah's Italian Ice. If you haven't been to Jeremiah's Italian Ice, you need to go to Jeremiah's.
Was that Jeremiah so a man walked in about 20 minutes ago with a plastic grocery bag of Alondra's got one, you've got this.
I don't know what it is that I'm eating, but this is like there's graham cracker in here. Yeah. There's strawberry.
I have no idea where they are. Do we know?
I think it's down Airline.
Well, Airline runs all the way to New Orleans,
in
friend.
Prairieville.
That's not okay. That's not. You're not narrowing the scope here of where Jeremiah's may be.
It's down Airline in Prairieville.
Down Airline. You know what
Google
I mean?
Jeremiah's, but don't go to the one by LSU. Go to the other one. The one by down Airline by Prairieville. And this is amazing. This is like a strawberry shortcake.
Looks great.
But the shortcake has been replaced by graham cracker, crumbs.
Looks great.
You want a bite?
No, I don't. I'm good.
It's good.
I'm good. Thank you. I'm sure it's delicious, but I'm going to pass.
So good.
All right, hour 3 is here. There's we talked about this a week ago a little bit because one of the ongoing storylines of this offseason, really probably in the next month or so, at least maybe a little less than a month until Ole Miss's season comes to an end, is what's going to happen with Lane Kiffin's staff and the running backs coach in particular. Of course, we know Frank Wilson has been on staff at LSU. It's his second stint here. He's beloved, great recruiter, New Orleans ties, all the stuff we've said. Kevin Smith is the Ole Miss running backs coach who has been with Lane Kiffin for 9 years. He stayed in Oxford for this playoff run. We learned on Thursday that he and a handful of other assistants have signed MOUs. As I was told today, the Pete Golding MOU is a binding MOU, but the assistants are not. So while Kevin Smith may have an MOU, which is a memorandum of understanding, it's a term sheet, to stay at Ole Miss, as I understand it, is not binding. By the way, this was Pete Golding on Thursday during his press conference, was asked about the Kevin Smith situation. This is what he said.
Yeah, Kevin's coaching his ass off right now and getting us prepared for the games. Kevin's very mature about the situation from the very beginning, from that Sunday. Like, hey, I'm here, I'm all in, and I'm going to figure this out in January when everybody else does. And it's going to cost them, whoever that is. So he's playing how he should be. He's all in, he's focused. Like every coach is going to evaluate, their position where they're at and what's best for them and their family, and do they have better opportunities based on being a coordinator or what level they want to go to. So I have no concerns on where Kevin's mind is when he's here and what he's doing, and we'll figure that out in January.
That seems very non-committal. What's your take on that?
Yeah, same. I mean, I actually think he handled it great. He's from Louisiana.
Pete Golding's from Hammond.
Yeah, I like the way that guy talks. I do like that.
Okay, let's focus.
Yeah, my bad. That's on me, dog.
Yeah.
I thought he handled the question really well. To me, it sounds like he's going. Like he's probably told him, I'm probably not going to be here. The interesting piece was they're going to have to, what was it, that they're going to have to pay up or whatever whenever that time comes. That was an interesting statement. It kind of makes me feel like he knows that he's not going to be there. But if Frank Wilson is not here and this new coaching staff chooses to go in a different direction, I think that's a giant mistake, personally. So, for what it's worth.
The one thing that could maybe sway that opinion is what happens with Kewan Lacey. So, Kewan Lacey is the Ole Miss running back, and the more that I talk to folks over there at Ole Miss, Kewan Lacey is really attached to Kevin Smith. So if Kevin Smith ends up in Baton Rouge at LSU, it would stand to reason that Kewan Lacey probably goes in the portal and follows him here, considering his head coach is already here, his offensive coordinator is here, and then if his position coach is there as well. And Lacey, this year, 258 carries, 1,280 yards, 20 rushing touchdowns, average 5 yards a carry. I mean, he's fantastic. He's, arguably the best running back in the SEC. Played in Missouri a year ago, went to Ole Miss this year, had a breakout season, and, could very well be an LSU running back next year. And I know there's there's Twitter conversation about tampering, and nothing is confirmed or verified, and it's just not worth talking about Twitter rumors unless and until anything comes of it. But the portal's going to open on January the 2nd, and even whenever all the Lane Kiffin conversation was happening, there were 3 players that I was told from the Ole Miss side that were very loyal to Kiffin and his staff, and it was Trinidad Chambliss, Kewan Lacey, and then Watkins, the freshman receiver. So those 3, I would be really interested to see about their possibility of ending up. Can you stop eating that during the set? Can you please just?
Can you hear it? Or I'm distracting you. It's on me.
You're eating a parfait. We're doing our Italian ice.
It's so good, though.
I'm trying to have a conversation. This is going to go up on YouTube later, as a standalone segment, and people are going to be you're going to be eating ice cream.
Oh, it's so good, though. That's not my fault.
That is your fault.
It's Dwayne's fault for bringing it.
Whatever.
It's Jeremiah's Italian ice's fault.
Who cares?
It's so good. Can I tell you what I think about the Kewan Lacey situation?
Whatever. Tell me what you think.
Let me tell you what I think.
I would love to hear it.
I think that's a short-sighted mindset. That's what I think.
What is? What's the short-sighted mindset?
If the running backs coach comes, that's awesome because we get the running back from Ole Miss. I think.
What's wrong with that?
I think losing Frank Wilson and the ability to recruit New Orleans is far more impactful than getting a running back that's one play away from twisting a knee or breaking an ankle and not being on your team.
Can I make an argument, though, that if the approach that Lane Kiffin is going to take year after year is to go into the transfer portal and build his roster through the portal every year, that it's less significant to get high school players out of New Orleans?
I don't disagree with that. I think that's a fair point. I just don't think that's a. I think the winning scenario is going in the portal and getting the best available players in positions of need. But I also think that he came here because of the amount of talent that's around this stadium, 100-mile radius. Like, you got some great.
Oh, I don't think
players.
I think that's part of it. I don't think that's all of it.
I think it's all of it.
I think
it's part of it.
A huge part of it is what we discussed last week, earlier today when Clay Harris was here. It's LSU's NIL strategy that is going to allow, in a new era of NIL, where you have to have true third-party NIL, where LSU a year ago front-loaded contracts so they have their rev share still available and they can perpetually front-load, and LSU has executed true third-party NIL deals that have been cleared through the clearinghouse, where a lot of schools are struggling with that. I think that was the appeal for Lane Kiffin to go, okay, if I want to go be portal king, where's the place I can do it? Well, I can do it at LSU. And you have Louisiana and all this stuff.
Right. Even whether from New Orleans or from Los Angeles, California, yeah, you're still going to have to come up with the money that you're talking about. I agree with that. But I would also argue that the kid from 30 miles away that's been wearing an LSU shirt his whole life is the kid you want on campus, if you can get him.
Yeah. So, if there's the ones you want, absolutely.
Yeah. I think those are pretty good. I think history shows that we got some pretty good players around here.
I'm not disagreeing, and I would love for Frank Wilson to be on staff. I've said that. I'm on the record. I don't care about Kevin Smith. I don't know him. I know Frank Wilson. I know what he means to the program, the city, the state. I'm agreeing with you. What I'm telling you is, if Lane Kiffin decides to bring Kevin Smith, and that means Keywan Lacey comes as well, that's a hell of a consolation prize, because you're getting the best running back in the SEC.
I agree.
And you have a running back room that has potentially Harlem Berry, Keywan Lacey, Caden Durham. Okay, I'll take that. Yep. And then in 2027, you figure it out. In 2028, you figure it out, because that's just the way that rosters are going to be built now.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go to break so you can eat the rest of your parfait.
Hurry up. It's getting warm. It's melting.
AFR live from Marucci's Hitter's House. Warehouse sale is going down. You can take tours too back there. Did you know that?
Really?
You can take tours of the whole thing.
Like where they make the bats?
Where they make the bats.
Wow.
Yeah. You have family coming in. Take them on a tour of Marucci over here and come buy some stuff. Warehouse sale. Come here to Marucci's Hitter's House right here on Segan, your airline.
They got the torpedo bat, which I like a lot.
Go get one.
I'm going to get one.
Well, I'm not buying it. Go get it and bring it over here for right now.
Oh. Okay.
It's AFR. Eat your parfait. AFR.
After further review.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time.
Or you don't pay a dime.
752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com. Spell it out, O-N-E, 1hourbr.com. So right now, you can save $30 on your heater safety check or on any heater repair. So mention the show. They'll knock $30 off the price. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. Give them a call. If you call right now, you do it on your phone right now if you want, 752-0001. I promise when you call right now, a living, breathing, actual human being will answer the phone right now. Not a call center, not AI, not a computer, not someone in Indonesia. Someone right here will answer the phone. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
This is for the bourbons and the Cadillacs with the 10s and the 12 open in the back.
What do you think, bud? Huh? What do you think?
We got a guest here to get a hat.
Hey,
which one do you want? The gray one, the black one, the brown one? Which one do you think? Which one's the best one? You should go with that one if that's the one that your heart's feeling.
I'd go with that.
I love that.
Yeah, I'd go with that one.
All right. We're here at Marucci's Hitter's House on Seagan near Airline, and glad to have you hanging out with us here, Mr. The Riot Handler. You just picked up a torpedo bat. Give me your breakdown of this thing. These things like so. Of course, Marucci, the official bat of Major League Baseball. Marucci's. We know the story being here, but of course, the whole thing. Jack started the company in the shed in his backyard, and it's become the official bat of Major League Baseball, which is amazing. But this Marucci campus here, I don't know that everyone knows is here, and you really should come check it out if you haven't. The Hitter's House, where we are in the front, which faces Seagan, is awesome. The retail shop here in the front, where they got bats and gloves and all the accessories and Marucci gear. They got LSU Marucci gear as well. The Lizards, they have golf gear over there as well, as Marucci dabbles in golf. Baseball, softball, they got the cages. You can do memberships, where they got the pitching mounds and the bullpens and the batting cages. And then as you go farther down, they got the corporate offices, and then they got the warehouse where they make the bats and where Chuck actually paints the custom painted bats, like for Players Weekend and things like that. Those are made here. Chuck hand paints those here that go to the big leaguers. Incredible. So what a really cool thing to see. Maybe get some time off during the holidays. Come do the tour. You do the tour here of the Marucci facility. You really should if you get a shot. So, Eric, give me your thoughts on this torpedo bat.
So, this was kind of like the big talk last year at the beginning of the season. You had multiple guys using this bat. Generally, as the barrel extends out to the end of the bat, the barrel gets bigger, and then you get right at the end where the cup is, and that's kind of the biggest part of the barrel. But what they've taken, looks like to me, is the fat part of the barrel and just pulled it down a little bit closer to the label. When I was learning how to hit, my dad always told me to stay inside the baseball, hit the ball up the middle, shoot it the other way, and it would keep your hands close to your body. So most of my misses, when I got with the wooden bat and I would break bats, were right here where the M would be. So closer to your hands. If you don't hit it on the barrel with a wooden bat, you're risking a chance of breaking it. But my misses were closer to my hands, and so I wasn't a guy that hit it off the end very much, but so this makes a lot of sense for me, man. I think I would be. I think I would be a
torpedo bat guy.
Yeah, I think I'd have made a lot of money with this bat. That's what I think.
I think we should go in the cage.
I'd like to go in the cage, but I'm also.
I want a video you in the cage with a torpedo bat.
I'm contemplating a comeback with this thing.
Are you?
Yeah.
Going Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, but I'm not a pawpaw. Not yet. Pawpaw cricket. He's coming. But anyway, no, I would have loved to have used this. I'd have definitely given it a shot. This makes a lot of sense to me. Feel it.
Yeah, no, the crazy thing I told you when you hold it on the handle, the weight distribution, if you hold, and the people at Marucci have been awesome, and they've given me plenty of bat. Last time I was here, they gave me an AFR bat, which is awesome. But you can just feel the weight distribution is different in this bat. It feels heavier because it's so concentrated in this one spot instead of evenly distributed throughout the barrel.
Well, dude, they have the technology.
It's fascinating.
They have the technology here where you can go swing over here. I can't remember what the name of the little center is that they have, and they'll design the perfect bat from a weight distribution, barrel size, the whole thing for your swing and your body type and body style. So it takes all the guesswork out of it, and which is really cool. We didn't have that. You go in there, you swing a little bit, they analyze the whole deal and all that, and boom, this is your bat.
I think you need to go take some cuts, man.
Yeah. That thing's neat, man. It's very, very cool. I love this concept.
I would love to hear also just the crack of the wood bat in that batting cage. I hear all the pings because the young guys are in there taking some hacks right now with their metal bat. The pings. I would love to hear that.
Yeah, dude. There's nothing better.
There is nothing better than baseball is such a sensory game. It's when you go sit at the ballpark and you hear the crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of the grass and the popcorn and all of baseball is a sensory experience being at the ballpark, which I love. Being at a football game is far more emotionally gripping with every play where it's loud and you're cheering and it's guttural and there's a lot of that. Baseball, you can. I love sitting at a ballpark with a beer and peanuts and just letting the atmosphere just envelop me at a ball game. I love going to ball games. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. We're here at Marucci's Hitter's House. Oh, we are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Hey, go get you a Don Juan gift card. If you have a cigar smoker on the list, got a great selection of cigar. The biggest humidor in the state at Don Juan Cigar Company. So if you're in town center and you're looking at Whole Foods, at the front, just look to your right, and on the strip mall on the side, the strip part on the side, that's where Don Juan is. So they got the cigar bar and the cigar company. The retail shop has the largest humidor in the state of Louisiana. So amazing selection at Don Juan Cigar Company. And, of course, you can always go hang out at Don Juan Cigar Bar, title sponsor of our Friday shows all throughout the year. I don't want to pinch us here on time, but I do want to get a Saints-Panthers pick. So we'll do that coming up in the next segment, get a prediction on Saints-Panthers. The other big story that we're going to keep following, of course, it really, by the way, if you missed it in hour one, Clay Harris was here, LSU's chief revenue officer. Great conversation as he talked about the NIL deal that LSU did with Nike, went into some more. We talked to Clay on the show about 6 months ago when LSU launched the NILSU Max program. And it was a really good time now that's been launched for about half the year. And now Lane Kiffin's here, and Lane was so vocal about NIL and LSU's NIL plan being a giant part of why he ended up at LSU. It was a good time to bring Clay back on the show. So we had that conversation hour one. If you missed it, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you go check that out on demand. It was really interesting. Heisman Trophy will be awarded tomorrow in New York City. The 4 finalists, of course, 3 quarterbacks, and then Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. Fernando Mendoza is going to win this thing, the quarterback from Indiana. That he all but sewed it up when they won the Big Ten championship last week, beating Julian Sayin. I was kind of hoping Diego Pavia was going to get it done. I just think that would be an amazing story. Do you have a strong feeling? Like, if you had a vote, who would you vote for?
I would have voted for Pavia because I'd seen him a lot, but I watched the kid from Indiana his last game, and he's really good.
They scored 13 points.
I know, but he's just
he is really good.
I was very impressed with him.
Why?
Like, I don't know. He's huge. He looked the part. They won the game against a team that's, really good. I was impressed. And I like Pavia. Pavia just reminds me so much of Johnny Manziel. And although Johnny had an amazing college experience, it didn't translate into championships or really at the next level either. And I know they're different people, and Johnny had some problems off the field, but I don't know. I'd have voted for Pavia probably just because I've seen him so much.
I watched 2 Indiana games this year start to finish, like every snap. And it was their win over Oregon on the road and then the Big Ten championship. I've seen them a bunch, but I mean, like every snap start to finish twice. And that's a team that's good enough to win the national championship.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird to say, but that's why every time I get asked about Kiffin and what the expectation should be year one, I'm like, you should be in the playoff and you should win a national championship. It's possible. Like, I shared this earlier in the week with the audience, but you had a 12-team playoff. 6 of the 12 teams, half of the field, are quarterbacked by players in their first-year transfer starters at their school, including Fernando Mendoza. He was at Cal. This is his first year at Indiana. Starter. He's going to win the Heisman. They're in the playoff, undefeated number 1. I mean, Dante Moore at Oregon. I mean, you go down the list. John Mateer at Oklahoma. You are, Trinidad Chambliss at Ole Miss. Retzlaff at Tulane. It is doable if you hit on the right guy. And I have a lot of confidence in Lane Kiffin's ability to hit on the right guy. Because everywhere, I mean, he found Chambliss, made Jackson Dart a first-rounder, made Matt Corral an all-conference caliber quarterback. Like, he's everywhere he goes, he's got dudes that produce at that position. So, shouldn't LSU be in the mix? Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't. And if you throw it in, I know we talked about it. You talked about it earlier with the Underwood stuff. But, I mean, there's a guy out there, too, man. Maybe. It's pretty good. If
I gave you the option, let's say hypothetically, and I don't know if you will, but if Bryce Underwood goes in the portal and you could get Underwood, Chambliss, or Austin Simmons, who's the other Ole Miss quarterback who was the starter this year, injured, lost his job to Chambliss. He got Wally pipped. but is a phenomenal athlete. Was a big time. We have a mutual friend who's a baseball scout who told me he was a top 3-round baseball guy coming out of lefty. So he was a top 3-round baseball guy coming out of high school, but loved football and wanted to go the football route. But if you could get any one of those three, who would you want? If you get Chambliss, it's for 1 year.
Yeah.
You get Bryce, ceiling, upside, a little bit longer, 2 or 3 years, depending on how he plays. And then Simmons, same. Hasn't really been a consistent player, but tons of upside.
Yeah, Underwood. Probably Underwood.
Why?
Because you're going to have him for more than 1 year. I mean, it would be Chambliss or Underwood, not the other guy, for me. Although I thought Chambliss was awesome. I mean, I'd love to have Chambliss, gamer. But it'd be Underwood. It'd be fun to watch a guy like Kiffin and his ability to develop that position have somebody with that talent, size for a couple years.
Bro, that's the thing. It's like, as much as Lane has developed guys, he's never had a guy like that.
No.
I mean, you just don't see guys like that. I mean, you get a Trevor Lawrence roll around every now and again, someone who's that type of guy coming out of high school with all the big size. You can tell that's a future number 1 pick, right? But Lane's never had one of those.
When you got another one right up the street here in Baton Rouge, it's about his same size, hopefully, that he signs.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the future quarterback class, because LSU has Peyton Houston committed already out of Evangel, and that's the previous staff, through their evaluation, chose Peyton Houston over Elijah Haven.
Crazy to me.
So you could say that, yeah. But there's a skill set that you want, and Peyton Houston's a baller, and he can run, and he just doesn't have the size that Haven does, but Elijah Haven's an amazing player too.
Just as fast.
It's what do you want, skill set. And the one thing that I can tell you definitively in the conversations that I've had so far in 2 weeks since Lane Kiffin's been here with everybody that has talked to him, and I mean from high school coaches to current staff members to agents to boosters, everybody that sat down and had conversations with Lane and Billy Glasscock, which, by the way, I still can't believe you haven't cracked Billy Glasscock jokes yet. Okay.
Cracked Glasscock jokes. That's pretty good. There's some good ones coming.
I have no doubt. Mm-hmm. But everyone.
I mean, how did that name even like? Last names are funny to me, in general.
I'm not going to get to finish my point.
But who even says
it's my fault?
Jesus of Nazareth.
Yeah.
So it used to be like you say first name, like where they're from. Like, where is Glasscock located? Like it doesn't
have to be where they're located. It could be like Smith,
like what they called them,
or what they did. Yeah, Goldsmith.
What they did. What do you think Glasscock did? See, you can go down this rabbit hole. We could be here all day.
Let's not do that.
I'm going to look into that.
Okay.
Anyway, what were you saying?
After further review, we'll give a preview and a prediction for Saints and Panthers next.
After further review.
AFR is brought to you by Good. Can't make this stuff up. Goodwood, men's sexual wellness.
There we go.
Peptides. That's what I want to talk about, peptides.
Yep.
I want to talk about peptides.
I see an NIL deal for Coach Glasscock coming real soon.
Not a bad idea.
What's his name, Billy?
If he needs peptides, he should go to Goodwood.
Goodwood.
So a couple of reasons why, if you're already on hormone replacement therapy, I would like to recommend that you consider switching. A couple of reasons. Number one, there are some men's clinics that charge membership fees, which is ridiculous. You have to pay a membership fee just to be able to get your testosterone. Don't do that. That's absurd. That's number one. Number two, you want the lowest prices, never any contracts. That's Goodwood. And then also, when you do your blood labs every 6 months, Goodwood picks that up. They don't pass that fee on to you.
Oh, really?
So yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
We got a lot of young guys that are playing and contributing, and we love where they're developing. And so the drafts, that's next year. All I worry about is this year, doing everything we can to be as successful as we can collectively as a group and individually, and we want to see the growth each and every week.
Kellen Moore was asked how you balance, winning games or preparing for the draft. Do you want to? No professional is going to say they're tanking, although an organization could focus on the future, depending if they're trading off assets and all that stuff. But when the ball's teed up and kicked off, or when you're standing in the batter's box, everyone's trying to have success because, as we understand, you're playing for a job. So I can understand that. I've been very transparent. I want the Saints to win games. I think if they win games, that's a direct correlation with Tyler Shuck playing well, and that means you have a greater feeling that you have your quarterback of the future and you are making progress. And so you can go spend in free agency and attract players. And, you can focus on something other than quarterback at the top of the draft. That's my perspective. So I would love to see the Saints win on Sunday against Carolina if it comes to that. Do you have a feeling on if you'd rather see them win or lose for draft position?
I mean, I'll tell you after the draft, you see who's taken where and how they pan out. I mean, it's just hard to say. Obviously, you always want to pick as high as you possibly can, but you never know who's in front of you and what positions they're going to be taking. The problem I have with the Saints is I feel like, I don't know what position or position group you would say, oh, no, we're good there. We don't need that guy.
Yeah, you need everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you need everything.
Quarterback included. Like, if you had a guy sitting right there that you know is going to change the complexion of your
But you might.
Organization.
We'll find out in the next month. But I would say offensive tackle, if Banks and Fuaga are healthy, you feel like you've got good starters there.
Offensive tackle, okay.
But everything else, Kamara's aging at running back. You absolutely need a game-breaking wide receiver. You definitely need a number one cornerback. Demario Davis is still playing at an incredible level, but I keep waiting for the fall off the cliff. Like, eventually he will. Like, eventually, it's going to end eventually. But he's still incredible. But, you would love a dynamic pass rusher, which Chase Young has been good when healthy, but I don't know that you'd say you're dynamic there. And Cam Jordan's going to retire, and at some point, Justin Reed is a really good starting safety who you got in free agency, but you need depth there. I mean, yeah, you're right. You need everything. I mean, there's very few spots where I'd say you're good, which is why I would love to go into this draft and free agency feeling good about quarterback, because it's the most important position, and then you can build around there.
Yeah. I mean, look, put me in the top 5, 6, 7 picks, and so I guess you asked the question, do you care about them winning games or not? I mean, win as much as you want as long as you can pick pretty high in the first round. Because you need so much, I guess it doesn't kill you. I mean, I would say if you needed like 2 position groups and there was folks in front of you right now that are also looking at those position groups, then it may make a difference. But, Well,
you look at the Saints' opponent this week in Carolina, and it's a pretty crystal clear example of Bryce Young, who after year one looked like a bust. Last year, you saw some glimpses. And then this year, Carolina right now with 4 weeks to play is leading the division. But Bryce Young is still an enigma. I mean, they'll beat the Rams and the Eagles and Green Bay, and then they freaking lose at home to the Saints. It's hard to figure out where there's games where, like when they played the Saints were very clear. They lined up, they stopped Rico Dowdle. Said, Bryce Young, we're going to make you beat us throwing the football, and he couldn't. And then a few weeks ago, he's out there throwing for 450 yards. He sets a franchise record for passing. So, I think when Bryce Young is good, he's really good, or he has shown the ability to be really good. He just hasn't been able to do that consistently. This is a team right now in Carolina that's averaging 19 points a game. That's 28th in the league out of 32 teams.
That's not good. That's not what you're looking for. What was the score when they played last time?
The Saints won 17-7. The defense played a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, for New Orleans is you're facing a team offensively that's 28th in scoring. Well, you're 30th in scoring.
Yeah.
And even when you look at the games that they managed to win with Tyler Shuck, like they beat Tampa 24-20, they beat Carolina 17-7. Like they're still not scoring a lot of points. So last week there's context because it was raining and all that sort of stuff. I just still don't think the Saints are a very good offense. Even though Shuck is showing improvement, I don't think this is a team that you're realistically going to think is going to go score 28, 32, 35 points in this game against Carolina, even at home. So can your defense play well enough, sort of replicating what you did last time against Carolina and limiting Rico Dowdle and making Bryce Young throw the ball? And you had tremendous success doing that last time. But one of the things that's always interesting about divisional matchups is you rarely see the same game twice, because it's like I would say it's like a best of 7. Like this may not. it changes in baseball because the starting pitcher changes a series, but the NBA is probably a better analogy because you're going to change your game plan game to game, how you adjust in a series. And that's kind of how it works in the NFL. Like, it's never the same exact game twice. It's why it's really hard to dominate a team in your division because there's so much familiarity with them. So I don't really know what to expect in this game on Sunday. I mean, it'll be Tyler Shuck for the second time against this team. They're at home. Carolina's been up and down, but Carolina's now leading the division by a full game by virtue of Tampa's loss on Sunday. By half game by virtue of Tampa's loss on Thursday, and could be leading by a full game if they beat New Orleans. So, I mean, Carolina's got a ton on the line, and the Saints don't.
Right.
And so I kind of, Carolina's a 2.5-point favorite. And I kind of lean Carolina in this game because it's a team that has managed to win 7 games this year. Like, they've been better finding ways to win, and the Saints haven't. Neither offense has been really dynamic, and you're just kind of looking at a team that one is playing for more and has just been better this year.
Yeah. No, but like you said, man, it's just a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type dude. This one's where? This one's at home?
It's in New Orleans.
This one's in New Orleans. Yeah. Look, I'd like to see him win. I mean, if it's not going to change the draft position that much, I'm with you. You know what? Give me the Saints in this one, going back to back.
Going Saints again?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to Carolina. I'll pick Carolina 23-20. I think that Carolina will find a way to win a close one. I do think, however, next week when the Saints play the Jets at home, especially the Jets are a team that is certainly playing for the future. Traded Sauce Gardner, traded Quinnen Williams. They're going to start Brady Cook at quarterback this weekend. Like, I will pick the Saints to beat the Jets in New Orleans next week, but I do think Sunday that Carolina will come into New Orleans with an opportunity to take a full game lead in the division and get it done in a close game. But we'll see if the Saints can win for the second time at home this year.
Let's go.
On Sunday in the Dome. All right, it's After Further Review. Friday shows are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We're here at Marucci's Hitter's House. Make sure you come check them out here this weekend at Marucci's Hitter's House. Hey, I want to remind you about our friends over at Arco Power Systems, arco.com, arco.com. This is Generac industrial generator power. So for your commercial building, for your industrial facility, government municipalities, and we're talking about grocery stores, gas stations, anything. If you own a roofing company and you got a big facility and the power goes out and you have to stay online, well, you got to have a generator, right?
Yeah.
Well, who's going to sell you or rent you and service that generator? Arco Power Systems. And they do it all over the region. Arco.com, arco.com, ARCCO, arco.com. Turnkey. Call Arco. They can handle everything. Arco.com. Okay. We'll knock out our final break of the show. We'll come back, wrap up with Ask Ryan. Did you finish your parfait?
Yeah. It was so good.
Did you ruin your dinner?
I don't think so.
You're going to eat dinner too?
Yeah, that wasn't like super filling.
Delandra gave up on hers.
She did.
Yeah. She was getting cold. It's cold.
I thought it was fabulous. Shout out Jeremiah's. Loved it.
Shout out Marucci's Hitter's House. I love this place. By the way, Eric was going to be so mad at me for getting in the batting cage and swinging because that's always whenever I end up slipping discs. But you were laughing at me about my BPC 157. Dude, I feel so good. I went and took 15 hacks and threw a few bases. Like, my low back feels so good. I'm not, like, I would normally be really regretting that decision. We'll see how I feel when I wake up in the morning.
Oh, you're going to be fine, dude.
We'll see.
You're good.
Okay, it's After Further Review. We'll wrap up with Ask Ryan next.
AFR.
If you're thinking about selling your home, call Darren James. I'll give you Darren's cell. Here it is. Ready? Get your phone out. Type this in. You can call him right now. Text him right now if you want. If you'd rather text than call, text him. 225. It's Darren James and Associates, brokered by LPT Realty. Of course, you can always go to agent225.com, agent225.com. Darren James on the Wall Street Journal's list of the top 1% of realtors in America. Think about that. There's 1.5 million realtors in the United States. He's number 14 in the country in volume, the number of homes sold. So here's Darren's number. You can call him. You can text him right now. 335-7666, 335-7666, 335-7666, or agent225.com, agent225.com. If you need to sell your home, rates just tick down. You need to sell your home. You need the best. You need Darren James. Agent225.com.
Think real estate. Think Darren James.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on this Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We're here at Marucci's Hitter's House. Man, all the brands, Marucci, Victus, Lizard Skin, awesome stuff. Reckless over there is the new one as well. You see those over there?
What are you talking about?
Look at that right
what
there.
is that?
See that right there?
Oh.
The fluorescent bats up there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Come check that out. Come get your shirts, hoodies. They got LSU gear as well, Marucci gear. Bats, balls, gloves, everything. They've got golf gear over here. Come take your hacks. Maybe a great membership to Marucci's Hitter's House is something you want. You get card access for 24/7 access to the bullpens, the batting cages when you're a member. Check it out here at the Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan. All right, it's After Further Review. We'll wrap up the show with a little bit of Ask Ryan. Email us, tweet us, or text your question. 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396 4400. Eric, Ask Ryan, what's your favorite way to eat venison?
Backstrap is great. We like to fry it. That's good. You can also wrap it in some cream cheese. Jalapeno backstrap's good. Ground meat.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to like that too.
Ask Ryan, who you like better, Matt Damon or Ben Affleck?
I like Matt Damon.
Craig, Ask Ryan. Got a good recipe to marinate backstrap overnight? Usually I use Coca-Cola mix. What's your go-to?
I really don't, but I'll have to give the Coca-Cola mix a try.
TK asked Ryan, my Uncle Jerry said long before glass existed, the glass cocks were known as the woodcocks. Times were hard back then.
He thought about that one. You know, he took a week off. He came back pretty good.
No.
Last week, was it 2 weeks ago?
No, it wasn't TK.
It wasn't TK. Oh, man, shout out TK.
It was Greg.
Yeah.
Who took the week off.
Greg took the week off.
And Greg's not here again.
Oh, Greg. Where are you, Greg?
I don't know. Sad. Richard Bruce asked Ryan, how great would it be if Glasscock were a gamecock?
He's got a point. That would be good.
Anthony.
Is every one of these questions going to be Glasscock?
Yes.
Yeah. Is Anthony's got it too?
Yes. What came first, Goodwood or Glasscock?
I like that one. That's good, Anthony. Goodwood came first. Came before Glasscock, I believe. And you guys, you're so elementary. You think that's funny. Bathroom talk and Glasscock talk. It's just a name, guys. That's all.
We're brought to you by Rouse's, who I'm sure is thrilled to be mentioned here in the midst of this segment.
Look, for once, it wasn't me.
Rouse's. Well, you started it.
Not really.
Yes, you did. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. I love going to Rouse's. Great selection, by the way, of bourbons and beers and wines, but their wine selection. Maybe if you're going to a holiday party, Christmas party, you bring in a bottle of wine. They have their buy four, save more program. So the more you buy, the more you save. So you can try maybe some different reds that you may otherwise not try. So really cool opportunity there at Rouse's. All your party trays, platters, grab and go. Make your groceries. They do it all over at Rouse's. 70 locations. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Rouse's. This feels like home. Eric, ask Ryan, do you think Glasscock has a brother named Richard? Dick Glasscock. So I will have no opportunity ever now of having any type of professional relationship with this man who I've never met. So thank you for that.
Look, man, you didn't do it. And now, look, doesn't
matter. It's my show. It's
I've been a
reflection
lot
on me.
worse.
Ask Ryan, better LSU baseball roster top to bottom last year or this upcoming team?
I can't answer that one at the moment.
Oh, I can. It's this year.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're going to win a national championship.
No.
But you just want to talk about talent? Poof.
I saw a clip of the big guy, the transfer, the big guy hitting one the other day.
Oh, no, I thought you meant the pitcher.
No, the hitter. Oh, my goodness. He's going to be fun to watch.
He's going to be a fan favorite.
Oh, yes. Swing the bat, man.
300-pound dude standing on first base, clubbing homers.
Just clubbing homers.
He's our version of Sykes Orvis or Wes Ray. He's a big fat guy, just smashing homers and standing on first base.
Drinking beers.
So good.
Bet you he farts.
Doesn't everybody? See you Monday.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, remind you about Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner of LSU Athletics. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, together we roar. Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center right there off of Essen. There's the Children's Hospital, of course, which is standalone. If you need heart care or stroke care, cancer services, Our Lady of the Lake has expertly trained physicians in all of the specialties, so you don't have to leave. You can get world-class care right here at home. Part of the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System. That's why you will sometimes hear us refer to FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake. And, of course, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together we roar, as they say, and you can always learn more about that Championship Health Partnership, about the many different ways that Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are joined at the hip, how they are interwoven. LSU and Our Lady of the Lake caring for student athletes on the field, the court, the diamond, the floor, or, of course, in the classroom, and everyday champions like you and me. It's Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar.